mean, they just born, so I see what the one Tasha she go on with the pregnancy and everything. Hope she answer my call and come in it. I'm just bored. What go on? What I mean in the mood?
The girl from a pregnant being crosses. Stress right out.
Girl, that's why I say go until you're pregnant. You're not gonna always happy. I want as somebody else in you, you know? As somebody else.
I just no find no comfort in and nothing. I don't want to eat, I don't want to drink, I don't want to run nobody. You see, I'm a husband. I just get eat him. I just get eat him. I don't like see him.
That's people who tell me they're going to feel man.
Yeah, I don't like see him. And then this man wants sex. So me with sex. I sex with me now this, you know, but I don't want it, you know.
Hey, fam, you know what?
You know, Sam, it's alright. You go better. Just wait until after the pregnancy. You go better.
Girl, I'm just irritated.
You'll get better after the pregnancy, man. Know yourself.
Because that's very always of course. Sometimes I just feel for do some things. I feel for do some things. I can't bother. I hate this.
Watch out when I once come quick and you just it's out.
Alright.
Yeah, later.
Alright, girl.
One eternity later.
Marika. Girl, always tell me say after I have baby, everything I go alright. No, alright, you know, I still feel stressed and depressed. Girl, I don't know. I just feel like I don't have no meaning to life, girl. I just feel like I'm not good enough for the baby. I feel like I want it, girl.
Hold on. Alright. There is this talk show Miss always on TV named KMBT. No, I got the name. KMBT. Yes, come on TV 8 o'clock. You talk about like transitioning into becoming a new parent, like things what affect your mental health and how you can deal with it. So please watch it tonight. I'm gonna call you and make sure you watch it. Come on and like them something here. Alright.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the KAMBT Talk Show. I'm your host, Brittany Wilson, and today's hot topic, entering into parenthood. Oh, this is gonna be a real hot one. We know there's no manual, it's no walk in the park. But today, we're gonna be having a few nurses from different parts of the globe telling you how you can help with your mental health to deal with that one child that's gonna get on your nerves for the next 18 years. That's a lot of years. Well, today's episode is going to be filled with lots of games and surprises. We're also going to be having a question and answer section where you can send your answers to the kambt.com website. And the first person to get the answer for each of those questions right will have a prize or a little surprise, you know. But before we go to that, let's see what some parents have to say.
I can't believe this is real sometimes.
I know. Once a day, I feel like we look at each other and we're like, man, we're parents. Weird, right?
Pretty much everything I do now is something I said I wouldn't do before I was pregnant.
Now that I've become a dad, I've been falling asleep on the spot, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, the other night he was asleep like this. You're raising someone who's looking at your every single move.
I love it when Brooklyn smiles, for sure.
I want to go visit my pregnant self and be like, don't panic.
I look forward to that moment of walking in the door and seeing you just smile and have that huge grin on your face.
It has been truly incredible to be your mother, and I love every single day.
You have changed my entire life.
Changed my outlook on love.
Well, thank you for making my life worth it.
You're my heartbeat.
Good morning. I am Nurse Dixon, and today we'll be talking about the transition to parenthood. Now, before we begin, I would like for you to define transition to parenthood in your own words. You may send in your answers to www.kambt.com. Our winners will receive a virtual credit as their reward.
And on the TV, I'm still walk on. You know, I'm going to credit. Look at God, my whole life. What is life transition? Alright, so that is, alright, changes to one lifestyle or life that have a significant impact or effect on them. Yeah, me get the credit.
If your answers included the words lifestyle and change, then you're most likely correct. So what is transition to parenthood? Transition to parenthood is a significant developmental period of change where there are shifts in one's lifestyle, such as your self-concept, social roles, and daily routine. Parenthood can be a beautiful thing, but it may affect your mental health negatively. Parenting can be hard for parents who are new or transitioning into parenthood. So it can affect them financially, it can affect their mental health, especially for newborns who have physical challenges, developmental challenges.
Everyone, my name is Nurse Wilson, and today I'm going to be speaking to you about 8 signs and symptoms that come with mental issues in pregnancy. So we all know that having a baby is a very emotional time. You may feel overwhelmed by your new baby and feeling worried about being a good parent. You may have heard about the baby blues, where a lot of parents experience this. Overall, it's mostly women, but men do experience it. Often changes in hormone levels are to blame, and these feelings usually pass within a few days. Usually, you don't need any treatment, just support and understanding. But if these symptoms continue beyond early days, then it may be a sign of something more serious like depression or anxiety, right? So first we have perinatal depression. 4 symptoms under this: obsessive compulsive disorder, where you may feel that things aren't how you want them to be. It has to be in a certain sequence. And with having a child, so you may plan out something, but it doesn't work in the sort of sequence that you want it to be. You can have little to no interest in things that bring you joy. So time with friends that you would normally enjoy, you no longer enjoy it anymore. You no longer exercise or eat, or you just don't like being in the presence of your partner. You can lose interest in sex or intimacy. You can also engage in risky behaviors such as drug use, and these are all signs of a mental issue called perinatal depression. Now, on to postnatal depression. We have 4 others where you have feelings of inadequacy and guilt, and this may be that you don't feel as if you are a good parent. You don't feel as if you can provide your child with what they need, and this is where the guilt comes from. You have tearfulness and irritability. You might find yourself just crying out of nowhere for no reason, and you become upset with persons for no reason. Another one is anxiety or panic attacks or heart palpitations, or even all 3 together. Now, when I say this is you start panicking and hyperventilating about the thought of taking care of your child. So you just feel extremely anxious about being a parent. And I know that everybody feels that anxiousness, but I'm speaking about a high level of anxiety. A lot of factors contribute to postnatal depression, whether it's physical changes, emotional changes, social changes. These all affect it. And please remember, guys, that fathers or whoever the partner is can also develop postnatal depression. However, for fathers, it is called paternal depression. And under this, we have risk factors such as they may be of a significantly older age than the mother. They are first-time parents. They have limited education on being a parent. But overall, if you have any of these signs and symptoms, please, guys, seek help. Okay? And now, on to our fun section. where we are going to be having a little game called Two Truths and a Lie.
Alright, next one now. I'm ready. True. Okay, 2 truths and a lie. Alright.
Now, I'm going to read something for you, and I want you to tell me which one of these is the lie. So during perinatal depression, parents may have a symptom of losing interest in sex or intimacy, engaging in risky behaviors, or become extremely playful. Which one is it? Let's check the chat.
Which one I lie? Well, you definitely can't depress and want to be playful, so that's a lie. That's a lie, man. Come on, credit.
Alright, congratulations. You have just won yourself a virtual phone card. So we'll now move on to our next topic.
My name is Tashai Ashley, and I will be speaking about the effects of pregnancy on mental health. Can you guys tell me, what do you think are the effects of pregnancy on mental health?
Possible side effect of alright. So I tell you, postpartum depression, big side effect that, yes.
Thank you. So having a baby is a big change in your life, and during pregnancy, the body undergoes several changes which can negatively affect mental health, leading to stress, anxiety, and depression. So according to LEP 2017, prenatal depression is a mood disorder that can happen during pregnancy, and mothers experiencing this often feel angry and anxious. Based on research done by March of Times 2021, after birth, hormonal levels decreases, which impacts mood. Up to 80% of new parents get what is called the baby blues. So baby blues are feelings of sadness that often starts about 2 days after birth. However, feelings are likely to go away about 2 weeks after birth. Torres 2021 defines postpartum depression as a complex mix of physical, emotional, and behavioral changes suffered by a mother following childbirth, typically arising from the combination of hormonal changes and physical adjustment to motherhood. This affects 1 in 7 women. Some women may also develop a rare and severe illness called postpartum psychosis. Postpartum psychosis affects 1 in 500 to 1,000 new mothers. Women who suffer from postpartum psychosis often lose touch of reality and have hallucination, mania, delusions, confusions, and are often at risk for harming themselves and their child. Here is a clip summarizing the effects that pregnancy can have on mental health.
We walked down this bare brick-walled corridor towards the mother and baby unit, and Tom's holding my hand like quite firmly, and then I hear this baby scream, and I just drop his hand and turn and run in the opposite direction, because right then I know that what they do is they find bad mums like me, they collect them up, and then they swap their babies for robots. The nurse came out from the ward as well, like, come on in, like, your baby's already in there, so let's go and see her. And she said that at the time she was just terrified, and that her priority was to get me into the unit to protect my dignity. I refused to eat, I wasn't really drinking. They were then able to diagnose me with postpartum psychosis. I would sit twice a week with the psychiatrist, and the symptoms for postpartum psychosis usually start in the first couple weeks post-birth. The most helpful thing to my recovery in the MBU was the fact that they nurtured my relationship with B. They have trained nursery nurses that do things like splash play activities or weaning classes or baby massage, and they help you play with your kid. And the staff at the MBU did a really good job of personalised care, building up trust and sort of understanding you as a person and what your interests are. For a long time I felt like I was a terrible mother, and It was really the mother and baby unit that changed my thinking on that.
Hi, I'm Nurse Lucky. As you can imagine, the arrival of a new baby is considered as a psychological stressor. Though women and men perceive stressful situations differently, severe stress is unhealthy and can weaken biological resistance to psychiatric pathology in any individual. The transition to parenthood is an excellent time to promote physical and mental health. I will be demonstrating health promotional activities that can be used to increase mental health status during and after pregnancy.
Right, last question. Shall we question? I'm too slow enough.
But before I begin, I would love to hear what our viewers think of some of these that will be included. You can send your answers to kambt.com.
You can talk to people, alright? Seek help. Big one. Deep breath exercises. I must get the credits.
If your answers include taking deep breaths, having a support system, developing a schedule, exercising, and among other things, then you're on a roll. Good job. We will now get into our demonstrations. Thank you. Stay tuned.
According to Halter and Varkarolis 2014 and Sheedy 2021, the first set of health promotional activities are focused on taking care of yourself. Physically and mentally, being a parent may be exhausting. It's therefore crucial to look after both your own and your baby's needs. Self-care enhances physical and mental well-being, making you more prepared to face each day. The first activity is deep breathing exercises. Many people who are dealing with stressful conditions have found that breathing exercises are beneficial. The first aspect focuses on abdominal breathing, while the second assists in breaking our train of thought, thereby quieting mental noise. This therefore aids in reducing stress-inducing cognitive processes. The second activity is cognitive reframing. This is also referred to as cognitive restructuring, which works by altering individuals' perception of stress by reassessing the particular situation and replacing irrational beliefs. For example, replacing "I can't do this anymore" with "I am doing the best I can. I will get through this." The desired result is to reframe a bad experience as less disturbing and to give the individual a sense of control over the situation. The next activity is developing daily routines. On a day-to-day basis, the lives of parents are focused on meeting the needs of their babies. In the beginning, it has been proven to be a challenge for new parents to understand their baby's cries of need or to predict sleep patterns. Noticing these trends will aid in creating daily routines as well as developing a schedule. Sharing these responsibilities and tasks with your partner also aids in the ease of labor, thereby reducing stress. Practicing daily exercises. Exercise aids in improving well-being and protection from the harmful effects of stress on both physical and mental well-being. For example, walking or dancing. Journaling. This is a technique that is known to reduce worry, stress, and obsession. Keeping an informal diary of daily events and activities can reveal surprising information on sources of daily stress. Writing down thoughts and feelings is helpful not only in dealing with stress, but also in healing physically, mentally, and emotionally. Having a support system. The benefits of high-quality social and interpersonal support have been found to reduce stress's long-term consequences. When it comes to household tasks and responsibilities, enlisting the help of friends and family saves time for yourself. Spend time with your partner to discuss life changes. Caring for a newborn takes a lot of time and effort, and so parents have finding time for each other. During your pregnancy, talk to your partner about the changes the birth of your baby will bring, how you will support each other, how you will nurture your relationship once your baby is born, or how to recognize signs of physical or mental health concerns, such as postpartum depression. The final activity is to seek help and treatment if you feel emotionally or physically unwell. It is common for new parents to feel sad, lonely, anxious, or overwhelmed after having a baby. It is therefore important to speak to a counselor or other health professional who can provide support and services. Healthcare providers can recommend parenthood groups, which will aid in devising personal strategies for achieving physical and mental well-being across the transition to parenthood, and enabling parents to anticipate and prepare for some of the challenges that having a baby will present.